All right, what is going on, everyone? A little bit of technical difficulties starting the stream. I tried scheduling the stream. Um, Obviously, it was a little wonky, but if you can hear me okay, if I seem to be in sync, just let me know. Um, so, pretty self-explanatory for tonight's stream. We're going to be ranking Dandadan characters. Obviously, I'm starting pretty small. There's a bunch of characters that I would love to put on this list, like Shrimp Man, Baby Shrimp, the Hot Nurse. Oh, I didn't put the class president. Thank you to Leo Cream for the subscription. So yeah, we'll give everyone a few minutes before we get started. Everything sounds good. Justin, what's good? Thank you, Damon, by the way. What's good? Nothing, man. Nothing, man. Watched the new Dandadan episode today, which looks awesome. Also loving the performance by Ira's actor. All in all, the pacing's really good for the anime, too. The animation, very consistent, obviously. Feels like forever. Yeah. Yeah, like I said in my posts, so in case you didn't see my posts, the reason I haven't been streaming is, one, I've just had a bunch of family get-togethers come up, and two, I was just super busy making all the videos for this month. I made, so technically speaking, I made 11 videos. There will be a 12th. I won't explain the specifics. Toad Sage, what's going on? Devin said that OP is amazing. That's the best OP this year. Yeah, probably. I mean, so before we rank the characters, I just want to kind of highlight how shockingly popular Dandadan is becoming. It's like, it's crazy because the manga has always been around. I'm still waiting for the Drunk OG stream. Maybe we'll make that a subscriber goal stream. Maybe we'll do that for like 50k or 100k. We'll have to get the boys in the stream, though. We got to get the crew. Can't just be me. There's nothing sadder than a drunk, lonely YouTuber. That'll be my cancellation stream. Anyway, no, but it's been crazy to see, like, everyone, like, I mean, everyone getting behind Dandadan. There's, like, all these little Twitter accounts that are blowing up, tweeting about Dandadan. Everyone is talking about it on YouTube, which is crazy because for years, even, what's his name? Scamboli Reviews, like, even he tried to do a Dandadan video, and when he first dropped that, like, it got decent views, but for him it was like one of his poorer performing videos. It caught on eventually, but like, it's just one of those series that, like, you know, was always around but never really caught on. Like, it never really blew up, but like, it was always, you know, in the background, in the backlog, right? And now that the anime is out, it's gaining some nice popularity. It's definitely not Chainsaw Man level popularity, where like everyone and their mom is talking about it, but it's definitely got a much better following right now than I would have predicted before the anime. So I've been saying it for a couple weeks now. Huge shout out to Yukinobu Tatsu. I'm sure he's head over heels for this. And then also the Dandadan community that's just been chilling for whatever it's been, like 5 years, 4 years, and now they kind of get to enjoy this. Give me 1 second. I just want to take a look at something. Okay. So, if I didn't explain it already, obviously this is a pretty small list. Like, we don't have the class president, who I should have included. We don't have the hot nurse, who I definitely should have included. We don't have Mr. Shrimp. We don't have Baby Shrimp. We don't have the Serpopian, or the alien that we've kind of become friends with, right? A ton more characters. But I kind of just wanted to do the main crew just as like a launching point. So yeah, this is going to be interesting. Also, of course, my picture of Gigi got cut off, but I think by the funny pose, you can probably tell who that is. So anyway, let's do this. I am going to make my tier list, and then we can see whether everyone agrees. So Turbo Granny, S tier character. Zero question about that. Also, this will be in order. Seiko. I'm going to put S tier. Okaroon, S tier. Momo, S tier. Gigi, A tier. Ira. I'm going to put Ira, A tier. Kinta, S tier. Vamola, I'm going to put B tier. And then Unji, I will put top of B tier. I think this is pretty accurate. So obviously, so Vamola I have... So already people disagree. This is good. This is why I wanted to do the stream. Vamola, I put in B tier because I really like her character. I love her flashback. Nah, GG S tier. A lot of people would disagree. Don't worry, everything will be at peace when the Hitman Reborn dub comes out. Fair enough. I know a lot of people love that series. So Vamola I have in B tier because I love her flashback and I think she's a really funny character. But she's one of the least, I guess. Well, I'll put it this way. She doesn't have as much personality as the other characters. So she's like, if I made a much bigger tier list, she'd probably be like dead middle. I definitely like her more than the class president. But I'd say she's like middle-ish. Why is Gigi A tier? We're gonna get to that. We already have a problem with this list. That's good. We love it. Unji, I put B tier because I really like him, but I feel like we haven't spent enough time with him yet. Which is funny because I have him above Vamola. The reason I have him above Vamola is simply because I feel like he's just got more personality. Which is weird, right? Because like Vamola obviously is an alien, and like, you know, she's still like kind of figuring things out. But I don't know. I just really mess with Unji. I really liked his chemistry, so to speak, with Momo. I really like his personality, his mannerisms, his whole like leader of the delinquents thing. Really love his backstory. But he's still pretty new, and we don't know how much of a role he's going to play in the rest of the story. Ira, I put in A tier. So why don't I put Ira in S tier? Ira, for me, is an A tier character because she has a really good backstory, cool powers, right? Great fights. really like her dynamic as like the big sister / mom of the group. But she can be, I guess, annoying. Annoying isn't the right word. I don't know. She can be kind of weirdly one-dimensional at times. Put Ira at D? Ooh, that is a hard take. See, I wouldn't even put Ira in B tier. I think she is at least high A tier. The only thing I don't really like about Ira is the whole, like, still having a crush on Okaroon thing. I don't know. I feel like that's her dominant character trait. She's an annoying witch. So, Sandy, I have to ask, are you anime only or are you caught up on the manga? Because, excuse me, if you are anime only, I have a sneaking suspicion your opinion of Ira will change next week when the new episode comes out. There's going to be a switch up. Well, hold on. Let's not jump on Sandy. Sandy might be anime only. So that's Ira. So let's talk about Gigi. Oh, so you are caught up on the manga. So I have to ask, what do you find so annoying about Ira? I'm actually curious because there's a strong chance I might do a video on Ira. So I'm curious, like, what a manga fan, somebody who has seen everything, why you still don't like Ira. Manga, anime, and manga. All right, good enough. Is it Juvia obsessive or is it tolerable? It's definitely not as bad as Juvia. Like, Juvia was like turning herself into furniture. Ira is not that bad. GG A to S tier. Yeah. So, like, GG for me, I almost want to put at bottom of S tier because I really like his character. I loved him when he first came out, and I've loved him ever since. And I do want to talk about his, I guess, controversy because he's been the center of attention or the center of divisiveness in the community for a while now, and I do want to kind of talk about that. Unji's backstory alone makes him deserve to be an S tier. I agree, but I also want to see more of him. So, generally speaking, I would probably put him in S tier, but I want to see more of him before I do that. Ira, she's always like glued to Okaroon, and she's like a Sasuke and Naruto dynamic with Momo. Sort of. I feel like less so with Momo now. I feel like they're pretty cool at this point. I do agree that the Ira Okaroon dynamic is kind of overstayed its welcome, in my opinion. Like, it's funny, but I feel like when Okaroon and Momo have the dynamic that they do in the manga, like, her doing what she does is just kind of annoying by the nature of the character groups, like the character dynamic. That being said, it's not like the worst I've ever seen, and like it is in character for her, I guess. I don't know. I don't love it, but I don't think it's the worst. I don't like her, and I'm only like 12 chapters behind on the manga. So this is interesting. I was expecting everyone to bash on Gigi because all I ever see is people having to defend Gigi in the manga. But this is interesting. So I'm probably going to have to do a video on Ira because this is kind of wild. I'm not going to lie. I thought this was going to be Gigi, not Ira. Interesting. This is good. Now I'm getting a better idea of where people stand. I think a more accurate comparison is Momo and Ira have a similar dynamic to Natsu and Gray. Yeah, I think that's much better. That's actually spot on, Toad Sage. I've read the latest chapter, and I think the writer did too much with them. I would have to hear what you mean by too much with them. I think they're an essential part of the group. Like Ira, what I like about Ira is that she has like big sister energy. Like Momo's sort of like, you know, like big sister in a way that like she kind of motivates everybody. But Ira is like the team leader. Like if you read the last arc, you saw that she was like the team leader. Like she was like the head cheerleader, like the team captain, right? It's not really what Momo does. But I do agree that the whole like crushing on Okarun thing is kind of annoying. Definitely need to get caught up on the manga. Oh, dude. The manga is so good. I cannot wait for like, I sincerely hope that there's a big surge of anime only fans that jump on the manga, because the manga is crazy good and it only gets better and better. Like I really don't think Dandadan has had a bad arc yet. Like it genuinely just gets better and better. Anyway, let me get back to Gigi. So Gigi, like I said before, I loved Gigi when he first came out. Obviously, I love that he's a silly character. I love that he does all the poses and the silly faces. I forgot about this until I was rereading his introduction in the manga earlier today. I completely forgot that like there's this whole bit with him and Okarun where they make a point to say that Gigi is Okarun's first guy friend, and so he wants to hate him because of the chemistry between Gigi and Momo. But at the same time, I think so that was great early on, but at this point in the manga, for that, I guess, love triangle to still be lingering, I feel like it needs to be resolved. I don't know. It's like it was in a weird place in the big battle against the aliens. I won't get too in detail, but it's weird because Gigi doesn't feel like he has a particularly strong role right now as far as like what he contributes, or he doesn't have a clearly defined role. I feel like everyone in the main group has a pretty clear role, whereas with Gigi it's kind of like, what's he doing? Because he's like kind of like a spirit priest hybrid. He's also like a yokai hybrid, but he doesn't have like total control of Evil Eye. And then when Evil Eye does come out, it's like a completely different character. So it's weird. He has like a ambiguous role in the group right now. So I feel like that's why kind of people like are frustrated with him, because I don't think anybody really hates Gigi. Thank you to Sinks for the sub. Always appreciated. I don't think anyone hates Gigi. I think people are just frustrated with him because he just feels like in the way. She's good, bro. Yeah, that's true. She's good. That meme is awesome. I love that meme. I love the Dandadan memes. They're all hilarious. Gigi is the wild card. Yeah, true. But he's also like, he is, but he isn't. Like, he is a wild card, but at the same time, like, at least socially, like in the social circle of these characters, like, he's fairly predictable. You can't forget about the mirror yokai arc. Okarun was jelly when Okarun... yeah, no. That's what I'm talking about. I don't want to get too in detail for anyone who might be anime only. But, that's the thing, right? Like, it does... You have scenes like that, like in the mirror yokai arc, where it's like, okay, what's going on here? Like, what are we doing? What do I think the Dandadan is? That I don't know. I've been meaning to, like, research that. Yukinobu Tatsu is doing a really good job of keeping that, you know, on the DL. Because I did a Google search when that chapter dropped, and it didn't really show anything. Somebody had the theory that, like, Saint Germain is going to have to collect all of our main characters, so to speak, and it'll give them, like, some superpower. But as far as what the Dandadan is, I have no idea. Unji should be A for character. Dude, I'm not going to lie. If my hair wasn't thinning, like if the top of my hair wasn't so thin, I would definitely rock Unji's look. I'm not going to lie. Unji makes me want to go back to, like, high school and do my hair like that. Because that shit is cold, dude. That is a cold ass haircut, and I'm all for it. I love, like, any delinquent character in anime. So as soon as I saw Unji and I saw that he had that, like, tight, clean haircut, I was like, God damn. The only reason I have him in B tier is he's still a baby. He's still fresh. He's still brand new. My hair is thinning. Oh yeah, dude. I look like I look like Finn in Adventure Time when he does, like, that disguise of Dave and he just puts, like, 2 bushes of hair on the side of his head. That's what my hair looks like. My little cousin told me that when I take my hat off, I look like Vegeta. Dandadan, he actually has to collect his balls 7 times to get ultimate power. You know, I wouldn't be surprised at this point. Am I getting old on everybody? Oh, dude, don't even get me started. I'm not that close, but, you know, I'm oh so far, but oh so close to 30. Like, I'm not close to 30, but I'll blink and I'm going to be 30 years old. And it's like, what the hell, man? That's scary. Have I seen a Red Windbreaker? No, but people keep telling me to check that out, and I keep forgetting. I really need to check that out. I know it's supposed to be really, really good. I heard it's kind of like Tokyo Revengers, but with superpowers, right? Sort of like shonen manga powers. Slightly off topic, what do they do about these scheduled fights with Evil Eye after the current developments? That's a good question. Yeah, that's another thing. So, like, that's actually right on point, because, like, I feel like that was just, like, a solution to Gigi's dilemma, but, like, it kind of became a forgotten plot point. Because, like, take the arc we're in right now, for example. Like, what are the odds that Gigi turns into Evil Eye? It's up in the air. Like, I honestly, like, 20% tops, maybe. So, again, it's like, I don't think anybody hates Gigi, but it's frustrating to have this character with so much potential, and, like, it just feels like he's always getting in the way. So anyway, I feel like I've rambled about GG for long enough. We'll move on to the S tier characters. Yeah, so season 1 was already confirmed to be 2 cores. They've already shown that Gigi will be in season 1 from the teasers and trailers. Who, by the way, for all of you cultured dub watchers out there, I haven't actually seen the dub for Dandadan yet, but I always support English dub. Gigi will be voiced by Alex Lee, who, if you're not familiar with Alex Lee, he voiced the main character for Solo Leveling. He's voiced a bunch of other anime characters, and he's also the voice of what's his name in Street Fighter 6. Oh my god, I'm totally forgetting his name. What the hell is his name? I don't know. He voices a Street Fighter 6 character. But I really like Alex Lee's work. So I'm excited to see. Oh, Sun, right. Oh yeah, he voiced the Netsu. That's right. I forgot about that. So yeah, look out for the Dandadan dub. It's got a bunch of cool people working behind it. The voice of Momo is the English voice for oh my god, Jolene, in the English dub for JoJo Part 6. So it's got a bunch of cool people behind it. Definitely check out the English dub for Dandadan. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So yeah, season 1 is gonna end like right after the whole death worm, whatever the arc is called. Dandadan has only been around for so long that I haven't familiarized myself with all the arc names yet. I also don't think it has official arc names. I don't know. I'll have to look that up. Anyway, but yeah, I don't know. To go on a side tangent, I'm just so happy where Dandadan is right now. Manga's doing great, just gets better and better. Anime is awesome, had a great debut, is consistent, great animation, great voice acting. Everyone's loving it, manga fans and new fans alike. It's pretty popular, and it got picked up by one of my favorite studios, Science Saru, and they've just been killing it with everything they include in the anime. And then on top of that, it got confirmed for not just 1 but 2 cores, which, like, in this day and age is wild, right? I mean, Bleach, they don't even release in 2 cores. They split it up into 4 parts. So I mean, for Dandadan, although I'm curious, does anyone know this? Are they going straight into the 2nd core, or are they going to take a break before they go into the 2nd core of season 1? My presumption would be that they're just going to go right into the 2nd core if it's already confirmed. But I don't know. In this day and age, it feels like everybody splits it up and takes breaks. Anyway, let me take a look here for a second. Dandadan is actually having a break. It's going to return in the summer. So it's going to be a 6-month wait. Oh, that sucks. Honestly, I'm not shocked, though. I'm glad I asked, because it would have been January, and I would have been like, hey, where's Dandadan? I'm not shocked. I'm not surprised. Everyone does it now. So it's kind of fitting. That's so crazy. I was honestly sitting here earlier today like, man, I'm so lucky to have Dandadan for the next, like, 13 weeks. Lame. Whatever. Anyway, so let's get into excuse me, let's get into the S tier characters. So I put Momo at the bottom of S tier for this list anyway. Again, if this were a bigger list, she'd probably be like in the middle. But I have Momo at the bottom of this S tier. I love Momo. She's one of my favorite characters in Dandadan. But I like Okarun more, which is weird. It kind of depends on what day you catch me, but I don't know. I really like Okarun. I like his character growth. I feel like I resonate more with Okarun just because I'm a bit of an awkward fellow after all. But I love Momo. Like, she is easily an S tier character. She's one of the best characters in anime. She's the perfect example of why Tatsu is so good at writing characters, because he writes real characters. Like, Momo by no means is a stereotype. She is silly. She's multifaceted. She's layered, fleshed out. She acts like, a real person. Like, she wears oversized shirts and, does her hair up and, like, lets her hair get messy and makes silly faces and this and that. And, like, she just feels like a real character. So she's easily an S tier character. I already talked about why I like Okarun. I like his design. I like that he's like a nerdy guy, but he has like the fade. I also think he's a pretty decent protagonist. I know protagonist has a few meanings in a story like Dandadan, where it's kind of like dual protagonists, but I feel like he does a really good job of like leading without trying to lead. Like, he's an inspiring character without trying to be inspiring. And then, of course, we get into the legendary Sannin of Dandadan. The Gilf, the goat, and the Gilf, the cat, and the goat. Seiko, obviously, scientifically, has to be an S tier for purely scientific reasons. Turbo Granny, a legend, right? Turbo Granny, just a meme machine, and also she's just hilarious. And she's also like one of the MVPs of the story. Plus, I love her dynamic with Seiko. I love how like they watch TV together and like they go to get shaved ice and like they play baseball with Okarun, but still baseball, I guess. And I don't know, I just really like her. I think she's one of the better mascot characters of anime. And then finally, we have Kinta, who is easily the single best character in Dandadan. He is a goat. He is a gift to women. He is a protagonist among protagonists. He's a Rizzler among Rizzlers. I mean, he makes men jealous. He makes women want to be with him. He makes men want to be him. He's just that dude. He's him. I really don't think you can write a better character than Kinta. Also, I saw somebody point this out on Twitter the other day, but he has a very interesting habit of telling Gigi how pretty he is, or like how handsome he is. He always calls him like pretty boy or handsome, which I think is part of his character of like, he's so self-aware of like high school dynamics. So if he sees like a popular guy or like a jock, that's how he identifies him, like pretty boy. Have I realized that when Ira, Gigi, and Okarun transform into their yokai forms, they have different personalities? I think that's true for every character except Unji and the class president. Because when the class president transforms, she's still the same. When Unji transforms, he's still the same. But Ira always changes a little bit. She gets more serious, I guess. Gigi doesn't really control his form at all. He just sort of hands over his body to Evil Eye, which Evil Eye is a completely different character. And then, of course, Okarun, when he transforms, he gets all depressed and, like, cool without trying to be cool. Anyway, yeah, this is my tier list. We'll have to do part 2, where we do a much bigger tier list, because I want to do the Hot Nurse, I want to do Saint Germain, I want to do Mr. Shrimp. Baby Shrimp, S tier character. Like, I think Baby Shrimp is above, or Baby Shrimp is second, just below Kenta, and just above Turbo Granny. I freaking love Baby Shrimp. Baby Shrimp? Bro. If they sell those Baby Shrimp plushies, I'm buying like 20 of them. I freaking love Baby Shrimp. Who else do we have? The Hot Nurse. Oh, Momo's girlfriends. The Gyaru girls. Gotta include them. Unji's guardian, I guess. The cop. The Serapopian, whatever their race is called. The alien that they befriend. Who else? The yokai, right? So like Acrobatic Silky, Evil Eye, the Mirror Yokai, Vamola's mom. Oh, the Subterraneans. What are my predictions for Okarun's new powers? I don't know. That's a good question, because he clearly is more athletic than he ever was. Like, he's stupid fast. So I don't think he completely lost Turbo Granny's powers. I think I think he'll have like a diet version of Turbo Granny's powers. It was either my guy Eden's, or somebody on Twitter pointed out that like if Turbo Granny had like completely gained her powers back, then she wouldn't be in the cat doll. So I think Okarun still has some remnants of the Turbo Granny powers, but as far as like what's gonna happen, I mean, it's Dandadan. He's got to have some kind of powers, right? I mean, then again, I don't know, right? Like, we don't know what's gonna happen with Saint Germain. My prediction is that somebody is going to get kidnapped. I think it's either going to be Turbo Granny, or it's going to be Momo. You could go the angle of like Saint Germain kidnaps Momo, so then Okarun has to find Turbo Granny and be like, please I need your help, and then they like join back together. Or you could go the angle of Saint Germain captures Turbo Granny, so then you have an arc where Okaroon has to rescue Turbo Granny, but now this time he doesn't have his powers. So it's like the first time he has to be like the protagonist with like really no powers at all. Just want to take a look here. Yeah, we've been going for roughly 40 minutes, so I'll probably wrap things up in a few minutes, but I'll share some closing thoughts on Dandadan and then the streams for the future. So I've said it a million times, but I'm not going to stop saying it. I am like so happy to be a Dandadan fan right now. First of all, I said it on Twitter, but I went into this, the new anime, I was like, you know what? I've made a few Dandadan videos. They've done okay, but I really feel like this is the golden opportunity to really generate some conversation. So last month I did 2 videos, and I mean, crazy. Some of my biggest videos of all time, right? We had the one on the OP, and then just a week ago, we had the one on the unspoken Riz of Okaroon, which was even bigger than the first one. So, like, I'm just, like, blown away by how popular Dandadan is right now, and, like, how excited people are getting for the anime. On that note, there's one more Dandadan video for this month, and then starting, because that was technically November. Okay. So there'll be one more Dandadan video for this month, and then next month I want to do at least 2 more. I'd like to do more than that, but it kind of depends on what I can conjure up for video topics. But based on the conversation of this stream, I think it'll be pretty easy to do at least 2 videos, probably more like 3, but we'll see. But yeah, Dandadan is in a really good place right now, and I'm curious to see what happens in between the 2 cores of season 1 and then after the second core, because my hope is that this really gets people into the manga, because the manga has been so good for so long. So it's not so much that I want the Dandadan manga to like blow up, but like I want people to get on this manga. Like it's still like under the radar, which is crazy. But aside from Dandadan, I will be streaming Sunday. Sunday's going to be an early stream just because I will not be available Sunday night. And then following that, Tuesday and Thursday, we will stream next week. I don't know what the topics are going to be yet. So we used to do Dandadan and Chainsaw Man on Tuesdays, but I'm just going to kind of make the Tuesday and Thursday streams sort of open to whatever. Because I think I'm going to try and make Thursdays about Dandadan and or Bleach, and then Tuesdays Chainsaw Man or sort of whatever, but we'll see. On that note, I've been yapping for about 50 minutes now. Excuse me. So we'll wrap things up. But before I do that, I just want to thank everyone for joining for the stream. We had a great conversation. I appreciate everyone sharing their opinion on Ira, Gigi, and the other characters. We definitely got to do more Dandadan streams, and now that I figured out how to schedule the streams, I'll post them way in advance so people can kind of plan ahead. But yeah, anyway, thank you everyone for joining in. Had a lot of fun as always. Sorry for the wait. Sorry we haven't been streaming for a while, but we're going to get back on the streaming schedule. Justin, I'll see you Sunday. Hopefully I see everyone else Sunday. And until Sunday, I look forward to seeing you